Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Reagan and this is my channel where Ray Reads, and today I'm going to be reading historical romances for the first time. Yeah. So I'm about to go get in the bath, and so I wanted to go ahead and pick out my first one. I have 4 historical romances to choose from. I think I'm only going to read 3 for this video, but I need to pick the 3 I want to read. I think I definitely want to read the Julie Garwood Castles. First of all, it's pretty thin, so I feel like I can get through it quickly, and also it's Julie Garwood, and I feel like she's kind of the queen, or one of the queens, so I think I definitely want to try this one as one of my 3 books. So I think this one's definitely going in. The other 3 books I have is My Wicked Highlander by Jen Holling. This is a Highlander romance. I don't really know what it's about. And then we have Sleepless in Scotland by Karen Hawkins, also a Highlander romance. And then we have Wicked and the Wallflower by Sarah MacLean. I've heard good things about Sarah MacLean, so I think I might want to do this one for sure. I think this is going to be the second one I read. Now it's just between the 2 Highlander books. Okay, so after some deliberation, I think I'm going to go with My Wicked Highlander by Jen Holling. I've never heard of her before, but it's a pretty cover and it sounds like it would be good. Yeah, I'm not totally sure what it's about, but I think today I'm gonna start with Castles by Julie Garwood just because it's short and I'm nervous. So having a short book is encouraging because I feel like I can fly through it. I've never read historical romances before. This will be my first one. It's not the one I wanted to read. I definitely wanted to start out strong with one that I knew everyone loved, but I couldn't find any at Second and Charles, and I wanted to buy some that were used before I spent a lot of money on them because I don't even know if I'll like it. So I'm definitely gonna try this. I'm really nervous, but yeah, wish me luck.
If I had a chance, take it faster than a heartbeat. If I caught a glance, I'd run to you like nobody.
Hey guys, so it is the next night and I only got about 45 pages in last night, but I'm on page 54 now. I've been doing schoolwork literally all day, so I'm about to do some more reading of Castles by Julie Garwood. The cool thing is that I think there's going to be a little bit of some suspense to this, and it's really cool. The first chapter was like from the perspective of like some serial killer, so like I feel like he's gonna be a part of this, or somehow he's gonna like get involved with the protagonist Alessandra, and so then obviously my guy Colin's gonna like have to come save her. But anyways, it's pretty good so far. So the back of the book says that there's a marriage of convenience between Alessandra and Colin, so I'm ready for that. The banter's pretty good. He's like really good at bantering with her, but she like treats him still with respect. Like she's not bantering back with him, if that makes any sense. So I'm not loving that she like feels like she has to like treat him a certain way because she has to like respect him, which like, I mean, I guess that's like the nice thing to do, but he's like bantering to her and she's like not reciprocating. She's just like still being kind to him, and I'm like, girl, don't let him treat you like that. So I mean, he's treating her well, but he's just like kind of rude to her. So anyways, it's gonna be really good, I'm assuming, and I'm excited to introduce the suspensefulness of this plotline, which I think won't really happen till towards the end, but that's okay. So yeah, I'm about to go get in the bath again and read some more of this. And yeah, I really don't have anything else to do tonight. It's only 9 o'clock, so I'll probably read for the next few hours.
I wish it wasn't so far. Thousands of dollars.
Hi guys, so I'm on page 102 of Castles and I'm starting to enjoy it a bit more than I was. It still is like okay, like I don't know if it's just maybe this isn't my thing, like historical romances aren't my thing, or if I'm just not loving this story. It's just okay. Nothing, just like nothing has happened. One exciting thing happened, but other than that, nothing else has really happened. So I'm just kind of like, you know, but other than that, it's pretty good. So I'm just chilling, I'm reading. I put on this like fireplace sound and I have 2 like woodwick candles burning in my room right now because I'm just trying to, you know, be in the vibes, be in the moods. I also made myself some tea, and look at this mug I got from Target. It says, well, it might be backwards for you guys, but it says, "You, my darling, matter." Isn't that so cute? And it says it on both sides, and it's like pearl, so it's like shiny. It's so cute. Y'all, I'm laughing so hard right now. They're talking about all the different possible suitors for Alessandra, and they're just like talking about all these different like earls and lords and whatever, and they're like, Morgan, the earl of whatever, and he's like, no, he won't do. And she's like, why? And he's like, because he's bow-legged. He's like, he's bow-legged. And she's like, he's bow-legged? And he's like, yeah. And she's like, will I have to have his kids? And he's like, yeah. And she's like, then that won't do. I won't have bow-legged children. What the heck is that? I mean, I know what bow-legged is, but like, why is that such a big deal? That's hilarious. I just giggled so hard. Good morning, guys. It is Monday morning, and I just got done with my first class. Anyways, I wanted to update you guys on Castles by Julie Garwood. I got about halfway through last night. I'm on page 193 now, so I guess a little bit over halfway. Well, I don't know if this is like spoilery. Okay, I'm just gonna put spoiler here if you really care, but I don't know, I guess it's not that spoilery, whatever. Because obviously it says in the back that this is a marriage of convenience. So they get married, which they don't even get married till like halfway through the book, which I expected them to get married earlier on. But anyways, they get married and it's their wedding night, and I know with historical romances, there's always the discussion of like, is this consensual? And I think that's like a valid, you know, argument or a valid concern, because these are historical romances, and back then women weren't treated the way that they are now. And there just wasn't like this general respect for women, I believe. And this one, I looked last night, was written in 1993, or at least that's when it was like published. I wasn't alive in 1993, so I don't really know like how far along the progression of like women's rights and just like the importance of treating women with respect was. But I don't know, I'm just not so sure if the wedding night was totally 100% consensual, which I don't really think that there could be like a 60%, like I feel like it's consensual or not. And it's obvious that from like, she had a great time. I feel so weird talking about this. She had a great time, but she was really nervous because obviously in this like time, women had to like save themselves for marriage, or like they like couldn't get married to anyone of any value or of importance. So obviously she had never been with anyone. I don't know if he had or not, but it just didn't seem totally respectful. Like I think there could have been a better way for him to handle the situation since she was so nervous. And so I just like kind of felt a little icky like reading that scene. I just like it didn't sit right with me 100%. And I don't know if it was like 100% consensual, and so that just like kind of makes me feel icky. And I mean, I get it, it was written a while ago, almost 20 years ago. Oh my god, no, almost 30 years ago. Wow, math. I don't know, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm hoping, I don't know. I just kind of felt icky last night reading this, and that's not really a feeling that I want to get when I'm reading a story like this. And I just kind of felt bad for her. I don't know. I just feel icky. I don't know. I'm gonna finish it, but it definitely either lowered my rating or just made me feel really icky, and that's not something I want out of a romance. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't know if I should just take it with a grain of salt because it's from like a long time ago, or if this just like shouldn't be a thing. I don't know. Hi guys, so it is Tuesday morning. I am in the middle of my class right now, but we're taking a break. And I wanted to update you guys on Castles by Julie Garwood. This book is okay. I'm now on page 247, so I have about 100 pages left, and I'm really ready to finish it. I think this is gonna be a 3-star read for me, unless the ending just like blows me away, which is quite possible it does. But I definitely still had that icky feeling that I was talking about yesterday, as far as like the consent and stuff like that. It feels like there's this like power dynamic that's not really fair. Like he has all the power and he has all the decisions, and like literally he just has all the power and he can do whatever he wants, but she can't. And I don't like that. Like I love a good alpha man. I like bully, like I don't care if you're mean to each other, like okay, go for it. But it's only okay when the girl recognizes that like this isn't okay, or she's like, you're not gonna treat me like this, peace out. But in this time and like day and age, she can't just like peace out. And so I don't know, I just don't know if I love that. And I don't know if that's like a historical romance thing or if that's just like a castles thing. We'll see how I'm feeling when I finish the book, but I just wanted to update you guys. I don't know how much more reading I'll get done, but I would love to finish this book today. Also, something that really just irked me that I wrote down last night because I was like, oh my God, you can't forget to talk about this, was he was talking about how like he just thinks she's so great. And he's like, she's so opinionated and I wouldn't have her any other way. Like, I love that she's so opinionated. But I'm like, no, you don't, because you always tell her, no, she can't do this, no, she can't do that whenever she has an opinion. So like, you really only like her opinion when it benefits you or whenever it's an opinion that you agree with. And I don't like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like working myself up and so I'm like not feeling it, but that just kind of bothered me. But anyways, I'll update you guys in a little bit. Guys, I hate this. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it, and I don't want to finish it, but I have a really bad DNF guilt. I never DNF books, and I think that's just because I'm like not a quitter and I hate quitting and I just have to do everything to like the fullest, and I just have really bad guilt when it comes to DNFing books. But I want to DNF this so bad. So I have left it up to my Instagram followers. I put it on my story. We'll see what they say. But in the meantime, I'm going to pick up Wicked and the Wallflower. I've heard good things about this book. It's kind of a chunker. Well, I guess not really, but it's only about 50 more pages than the other one. It just feels so much thicker. But anyways, I've heard good things about this book, so I have high hopes and I'm hoping that it's good for me. I don't even know what it's about. So I just read the back of this and I'm not totally sure what it's about at this point, but it's about a wallflower, a spinster wallflower, and this like duke, or like this devil duke, bastard son of a duke, I don't know. He comes in and makes a bargain with her to like help her find a husband, and they're just gonna like fall in love. I don't know, I'm kind of nervous because obviously my first ever historical romance, Castles by Julie Garwood, just didn't do it for me. And I don't know if that's just because I didn't enjoy it in this book necessarily, or if it's just because I don't think I'm gonna like historical romances, but we'll see. One of my biggest issues was that Castles was written like quite a long time ago, and so I didn't like the consent issues and the representation of women, or the woman specifically. And so I think this one was written more recently. Oh yeah, 2018, praise the Lord. So we'll see how this one is. Also, this one does have a step back, which, y'all, are you kidding me? I mean, wow, I'm kind of here for that. Anyways, really cute. I'm about to start this one.
I know it's hard for everyone to understand it, but you're in my heart.
Hi guys, so it is Thursday morning and I am on a break from my student teaching right now, but I wanted to update you guys on the decision I made. So I have unfortunately decided to DNF Castles by Julie Garwood. I've had a lot of issues with this book, and every time a new issue would arise, I would just get frustrated and more frustrated. And I started to like lose complete interest in the whole plot. Basically, this sucks. I'm so sorry. That's so mean. I don't like to like talk super badly about like books. I just did not enjoy this. First of all, as I said earlier, it's written in 1993. I don't really know what it was like then, but nowadays we just don't do this. And I think that historical fiction needs to be written in a way where we can still have it look like it used to, but like not at the same time. Basically, during the wedding night scene, I felt icky. Like, I felt complete icky, and like I shouldn't feel like that when I'm reading a romance, but I literally felt like I felt violated reading it. So anyways, I did not enjoy that. And there's just a lot of double standards in here. Like, he's like, you won't lie to me again, and she's like, you just lied to me 5 seconds ago, and he's like, that's different. And I'm like, no, it's not. Like, can we please Like that kind of conversation doesn't need to happen regardless of if it's a historical romance or not. So anyways, I am DNFing this book. I only had 100 pages left out of 350, but I was like, I can't do it. I don't want to put myself in a reading slump. So it kind of sucks though that this was my first historical romance ever and I kind of hated it, but maybe I'll give Julie Garwood another chance in the future, maybe with like some of her newer books. I just think maybe because this was written so long ago, it just like doesn't hold true anymore. It's not good. So last night I started Wicked and the Wallflower by Sarah McLean and I'm on page 68 and I'm loving this, you guys. Like this is what I wanted out of a historical romance. It's so fun and like, I don't know, I'm really loving this. Basically, I tried to explain it last night. The one thing I don't like about this is the guy's name is Devil, which like, what? Is that really his name or is that like a nickname? I don't know. But anyways, basically it's about a girl who is like this spinster. She's like 27. She's like this wallflower spinster and nobody likes her. She's just super plain. And basically she tells a lie at the beginning of the book in front of the aristocracy saying that she is going to marry the new duke and they've met and like she's landed him. So basically his brother is like out to destroy him and so he's gonna use her, Felicity, to destroy him and like they're gonna fall in love because the duke is like bad or something. So it's really good. I'm really enjoying it. The plot is so interesting but the characters are cool too. I'm already in love with this devil guy. He is, I don't know, he just appreciates her and he just thinks that she's so fascinating and I really enjoy that. So this is like a breath of fresh air. I was really nervous while I was reading Castles and I was like, oh my gosh, do I just not like historical romances? But I think I was just reading the wrong one because I am highly enjoying this one. So as of right now, I'm only 68 pages in, but it's like a 4-star read right now. So we'll see as the plot continues and the characters grow more, but that is my update on my reading. I will probably update you guys at 50% when I get there. So yeah. Hey guys, so it's been like 3 weeks since I've updated you, but I did finish Wicked and the Wallflower and I absolutely freaking loved this book. I gave it 4 stars. It was really enjoyable. It was just a good time. Like I really enjoyed it. I loved how she was like treated and just the way that the main character Devil just like loved her and just thought she was so fascinating and just so interesting, and the way that he just like respected her was really nice. And I think the reasons I did love this book is because it was true to like the time and age that like women were treated a certain way, but she wasn't treated this way, especially by the main character. And it was even discussed like the fact that women weren't treated the right way and that they didn't get the right representation, and the fact that they had to marry to move up in the world and to get money and to even survive. And I think that was a really good discussion brought up in this book and I just really enjoyed it. And I think by the end, like she really just came into herself, and so did the male character Devil. He really popped off as well. I just thoroughly enjoyed this book. I gave it 4 stars, maybe even 4.5. I just really enjoyed it. It didn't hit me as hard as a 5-star would, and so that's why I didn't give it a 5-star, but it really was enjoyable. I definitely want to pick up another book by Sarah McLean, but yeah. So also to update you guys, I didn't pick up that 3rd book. I didn't really want to, and I think it was just because like I read like 2 historical romances and then at that point I was kind of like historical romanced out, like I didn't want another one. So I didn't pick up the 3rd one and I figured I wasn't gonna force myself to do it if I didn't want to read it right now, but I wanted to give you guys this vlog because I've been working on it for so long. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But just to cover everything, I did DNF Castles and I gave it 1 star. I mean, like I usually don't rate books that I DNF because usually I DNF them because I'm bored, but this one had like serious issues in my opinion, so I DNF'd it and gave it a 1 star. And then this one of course gave 4 to 4.5 stars. Love this one, you should pick it up. But that concludes this vlog. If you guys read historical romances and have some really strong recommendations for me, please let me know down below. I have a couple that I have on a list that I want to read, one of them being Sea of Ruin by Pam Godwin. I want to read it so bad, but I want to wait and get a physical copy so I can read it because the cover is just gorgeous and I want to own it. So anyways, I want to read that one, but if you have any other recommendations for me, please leave them in the comments below because I really did enjoy the Sarah McLean one. And so if you know kind of some books that are similar, or you just know of some really good historical romances, let me know. Or if Julie Garwood has like some newer books that you think I would enjoy, please let me know down below because I would like to give her another try, but just maybe not something that was written 30 years ago, you know? So anyways, that is all I have for this video. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe down below. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.
She's a Mona Lisa. Everyone's lining up to see her. There must be something